What is the Barcelona tour guide pooper?
No, there is no tour guide.
That's one for the
That's
next
for
year.
The next year.
For the next year.
You will see.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna write it down.
One of the most traditional, unique, and yet peculiar things you can see in Barcelona, it's the Caganer. If you don't know what the Caganer is, we're going to ask the expert on the Caganer, Silvia, to tell us everything about it.
Everybody poops in this shop. Well,
Yeah.
actually around the world.
Everyone in the world, right?
But in this shop especially. This is the Caganer.
Okay.
Okay, it represents the Catalan farmer, the agriculture. That's why it represents with the red hat. And as you can see behind,
Poop.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Why? It's a tradition that comes from the 18th century. And during that period, the only way to fertilize the soil was through,
Excrement.
yeah,
Right?
or
Okay.
animals or workers. So it began with that. Later on, they took this figure and they put it in the Nativity scene, hide it, not in the middle, hide it,
Okay.
as a symbol of fertility and prosperity for next year.
So kind of some good luck for
Good
next
luck.
year.
And
I
if
wish-
you don't have it, it's gonna be bad luck.
It's bad luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
In all Catalan homes, you will find at least one Caganer. Normally, the nativity scene has a small river or a small piece of land, so they put it there, you know?
Around there.
Yeah, and hide it. That's the most important. I remember when I was a child, my parents made big, huge nativity
scenes, yeah?
And they were hide it every day, the Caganer, in different place.
Okay.
So once we get from school, we watch where is it, we found
is it?
it,
Okay.
and then the day after you have to find it again. It was really funny for us.
Yeah. So let me ask you one thing. This is the traditional one. I see that you have a huge, huge collection.
Yeah. We
which-
have more than 600 different
more than 600 different
references.
ones. Okay.
Yeah. And every year in November, October, we
They bring
take
some
out
more.
like 100 more.
Okay.
So every year, 100 more.
So Silvia, you mentioned that these shops they opened like short time ago, but there is a family business that has been running for over 30 years.
Yes,
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the
Of
family?
course, this is a Los Pla family. They're from Girona.
Okay.
It's the north region of Catalonia. They have been working on nativity scenes since more than 30 years. The principal was the mother. That's
Okay.
the principal owner of everything. Thanks to her, we have all these amazing figures. So she began to work with her hands, doing artisan figures for the nativity scene, as you can see over there. Later on, the sons began to work with them. It was a family business, so it was workers, so
Yeah.
they needed help. So later on, one of the sons studied arts and the other one studied economics, and they began to figure out if they could change something, you know. So they realized why we don't do different kinds of Caganers. So they began with, let me show you, small Santa Claus. That was the first Caganer that they made, okay, out of the original one.
Out of the traditional ones, this is
Exactly.
the first Caganer ever made.
Exactly.
Okay, that's very curious.
Yeah, because it's Santa Claus. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
And later on, they began to work with different Caganers, and it came years and years and years. And now it's a fashion, you know. Not
And you
only
come to the Chewbacca's, Trumps,
you can, as much as you
Messi's.
can imagine, you know, from
Anyone you
movies,
can
from
imagine.
manga, from comics, from politicians, from artistics, from intellectuals, to Star Wars. I think it's special because it's original, you know.